What's up, guys? Anybody got anything for me?
What have you seen from their safeties? It seems like they've kind of held their own in the secondary.
Say it one more time.
Green Bay safeties. What have you seen from them? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, their secondary in general has been playing really well. You see on tape, watch the Seattle game, and you see just guys are on top of people when the ball's in the air. It's not like guys are running free or have a lot of separation. So that's a credit to that secondary, just kind of being on their assignments, and usually it's a good sign of a good secondary when there's not a lot of free runners. A lot of people running with a lot of separation, so they're doing a good job.
A lot of teams have dealing with COVID, like the Vikings, to lose a player or two a week. Has that just kind of become the norm, where you just kind of go in and just keep hoping everybody passes their test?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really you can do. You just show up, control what you can control, and let everything else kind of play itself out. Now, is it frustrating, or is it a bummer to have guys out? Yeah, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and you got to really just focus on yourself and control what you can control.
Adam, before Mike Zimmer took over as Vikings coach, the Packers were kind of dominating the series. I think it was like 8-1-1. It's pretty much even since Zimmer took over, and you guys are actually up 6-4-1 in the last 11. What are some of the keys since Zimmer took over that you guys have kind of evened up the series, and how do you feel about being more on even terms with your arch rival after they had kind of dominated the series?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds great, but at the end of the day, the next one's the only one that matters, right? It doesn't really matter what's happened in the last 11 games. It matters what will happen this Sunday and moving forward. So we know we have a tough task in front of us. It's a really good football team all around, right? I've watched a lot of their games, just seeing them on primetime or what have you, and they got it at every level, whether that be special teams, offense, defense. They can do it, and they can play at a high level. So a tough task, but in this league, that's what you look forward to. You look forward to playing against the best teams in the NFL, and you got to prepare. You got to do the little things that week in practice to make sure that you give yourself a chance.
Was that frustrating, though, back when they were kind of dominating the series, and has it felt good to kind of even it up the way you guys have?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's always frustrating when you're losing, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, again, it's all about this week. Yeah, that stuff's great when you're looking back at it, but at the end of the day, this week is the only week that matters.
You've had quite a few battles with Jair Alexander over the years. With him not being there, how has their secondary changed, and how have those corners gone about it without him?
Yeah, he's a great football player. He's another one of those guys I talk about. Their secondary is all over guys. It's when there's catches on him, he's right there. Contesting it and things like that. So I think he still brings that leadership to that group. I think he's probably around there because you can tell that those guys are playing. The rookies playing very similar to the way that he does, and bringing that same energy and that passion to the game. It's a tough task for us, and again, that's what you look forward to in the league. It's going to be a battle. You go into the game knowing that you gotta have your best to perform well, and that's exciting.
Sunday, when you're getting those calls to go for it on fourth down, or it's going to be a downfield pass, like what does that do for you and the other skill guys in the huddle?
Yeah, I think it just gives us confidence. Hey, they trust that we can go make plays. They trust as an offense that we can convert on those fourth downs in crucial situations, right? A lot of those fourth down calls were in big situations that really changed the game. So, for us, we have a lot of confidence, and we want to be aggressive because we know what we can do in the skill positions, and as an offense, honestly, we have a lot of confidence what we can do. So when we're aggressive, it's exciting. But at the same time, it makes you a little bit more attentive to detail because if they're going to be aggressive, then you better be at your best to convert because those are huge plays in the game.
On that 4th and 2 with Dalvin, the play before you, I guess it was that 3rd and 18 call. What did you do anything to get them to clear out the middle of the field? And I mean, how did that play work?
Great play design. It's something that Coach did a really really good job of giving Kirk options down the field. And if they were to sink, there was other options. But Kirk did a great job of just kind of looking off the defense a little bit, giving a little bit of time for me to get open and down the field. And then obviously on those plays, when you're looking at 3rd and long, it's a big task on your offensive line. So they did a great job of giving Kirk time to be able to read it out and let us get down the field, because it takes a little bit longer for that play to develop. So, but those are the plays those are huge plays in games, because it gives you that opportunity to go for it on 4th down. And it's a lot of those times you're not necessarily like saying you have to get the 1st down. It's just let's get some yardage so that we can go for it on 4th down and put the game away.
It probably goes a little bit without saying, but how nice was it just to be able to end the game in victory formation and kind of to breathe and not go down to the final seconds?
Yeah, that's obviously been a huge point of emphasis. Every week we end our walkthrough with that victory formation, and last couple of weeks we're like, man, it'd be nice to actually end the game like this. Now let's put that on us as an offense to do that. And then coaches and everybody just being aggressive on that final drive to give us the opportunity to close it out and end the game with the ball in our hands. We talk about it every time we get in that situation. We start the drive, we talk about it in the huddles. Let's end this game with us. We don't have to give it to the defense and hope that they end it. Let's do it with us, and let's keep the ball and close it out. So it definitely felt good to do that, and we're going to need that moving forward, because in this league, games come down to that final drive a lot.
Dalvin talked about all your ups and downs. You're still kind of right there, half game out of playoff positioning. How do you just kind of feel that you're still there in the mix despite everything that's happened this year?
Yeah, I think we talked about that last week. As frustrated as we all were, that was kind of a rallying point, was to say, hey, like, for how frustrated we are, for how disappointed in where we are, we're right there. So it is what it is. Let's go to work and let's find a way. Let's find a way to get it turned around. And I think the important thing now is, we got to win, but we can't change our mindset. We can't change what we're doing. So that's exciting too, is to see guys out here working this week, making sure that guys aren't just relaxing now that, okay, we got to win, good win on the road. No, it's attack mode. We got to go.
Adam, with the aggressiveness you guys had last week, how much do you think that can be something that kind of builds a foundation for the offense going forward?
Yeah, I think it was a good showing of what the formula kind of has to be to win games. It's a little bit different league nowadays. You have to be able to be aggressive, and you have to be able to convert in aggressive situations to win games, because there's just so much firepower. Offenses can score points, especially this offense this week. Obviously, they're one of the best in the league, and they can score points like the best of them. So I think it's just kind of seeing that formula. And I think there was areas that we look at film where we could have even been more aggressive. So that's exciting. But at the end of the day, you can say it all you want, and you can talk about being aggressive and how that helped, but you still have to execute, because it can be aggressive play calling or aggressive this or that, but you still got to go out there and execute and win, which is tough in this league, but that's what good teams do.
And with that in mind, you guys put your skill positions up, players up against anybody's in the league. I mean, you got top guys at all skill positions, so being aggressive certainly makes sense in that manner.
Yeah, I think that's why that's why we're so excited about that, is because we feel that we have a really good team, and we have a really good offense, and we have really good skill positions. But again, it goes to what I was just talking about. You got to go prove it. We definitely have good players, on paper, but on Sundays is when it matters and when you got to show up. So we got to do that, and that's what helped us win last week. So hopefully we can just continue to keep that mindset and that rhythm and attack.
Anything else for Adam?
Thanks, guys.